When doing my job, there's nothing more satisfying than documenting an athlete who's been made into a cartoon character by the mainstream media. Really, it's a two-step process. First, gaining their trust, and then shedding light on who they really are. No modern football player has been put in a smaller box than the Pittsburgh Steelers' James Harrison. Until I hung out with him for a few days, I had no idea how thoughtful he is. He's become the Darth Vader of the sports world.
So what exactly does that do for you?
It's supposed to deliver more oxygen into you by pressurizing the air.
Until I spent time with this all-pro badass, I could swear the man had no teeth, because I'd never seen his smile.
Me neither. So when you were getting cut early in your career, did you consider other options? And what were they going to be?
I was gonna be an R&B singer, you know, but
what do you got? What kind of chops you got?
You know, I don't like putting it out there. You know, I don't like giving no samples neither, because then I get calls from all these, you know, record labels, you know, producers and all that. I just get tired. I had to change my number, you know, last year, because they was just calling me so much.
So you got like a R. Kelly thing going on?
Nah, I wouldn't say like that, but you know, it's a mix of something like, you know, maybe a mix like R. Kelly, Usher, something like that. Maybe a little Bieber, you know.
Bieber? You
know, my kids like that, so I had to throw that in there. That little dude is making so much dough.
Do you like Justin Bieber?
Yeah, alright. Alright, I ain't gonna sing none of his songs though.
Do you find yourself like in a
Pride won't let me do some things.
I was gonna say, but like when you're driving in the car, do you throw some Justin Bieber on and start singing along?
Myself, I'm liable to listen to anything.
So what is your favorite Justin Bieber lyric?
I don't got no favorite Justin Bieber.
Oh come on, James! You know when you're alone and nobody can see you in the car, and the windows are up.
I have it playing like, you know how you you got the windows down or something, and you rolling along, you know, and you listen to something that you wouldn't normally listen to, and you done turned it up, you cranking it, and then you get to a stoplight and somebody else beside you, and you pulling up on them, so you start turning it down so they can't hear what it is.
what like you talking like Anita Baker kind of stuff, or like something really sensitive and sweet? What are we talking about here?
Man, I'm talking like crazy stuff, man. I used to listen to like Metallica every now and then, all that stuff.
You turn it down?
Out of the normal R&B pool.
So you mean like white guy music?
Yeah, man.
Okay, I was gonna say we're dancing around here, you know.
Some Nickelback, man.
So you turn the white guy music down when you get up to the light?
To the light, slow, turn it on. Take off, turn it back up, all right.
Usually when I show up, I would give someone like a handshake and a shoulder bump, right? But I find myself with black guys not wanting to do that necessarily, because I don't want them to think that I'm trying to
be down.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'd shown up and done that, what would that have been like for you?
Little culture change.
Yeah, well, no, for me it's not though. I mean, for me that's the way I would normally shake. But like until I get to know someone a little better, I don't want someone to think that I don't want a black guy to think that I'm trying to roll a different way just to assimilate.
I might not
have given me the shoulder bump.
I might not give you the shoulder. I don't know, it depends. Sometimes you can't avoid it.
So one of the things that you know, I was concerned about when I turned that tape in, that you might not look at that like I did something that was correct. What were your thoughts?
As far as like some of the things he said, yeah, they were messed up, but a lot of that stuff is everyday, like little talk, you know, kill the head, the body will die, da 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 da. That's like that's talk.
I wrote about that as I felt it was just metaphor. It wasn't until he talked about knees and heads that I.
Yeah, that's a totally different story right there.
Did it almost make you want not to be associated with me?
I'm not worried about what people think about me because of my association, man. That's what you don't understand.
How do you know to trust people? How do you
trust very many people anyway.
I gather that. who are the people you do trust? I mean, in terms
A lot of people that say, I'll trust you until you give me a reason not to trust you. Well, see, I'm the total opposite. I'm not going to trust you until you give me a reason to trust you.
You trust me?
It's still up in the air. I would say I trust you more than I would anybody else that's in your position or that does your job right now.
What's been like the deepest loss you've ever had?
Probably my grandmother.
You close to your granny?
Yeah.
You ever cry?
Do what? Everybody cries. That's a foolish question.
No. Well, I mean, like one of the things I was talking with my film partner about the other night, and actually, I was last night. And I was talking to him. He goes, like one of the things that like Kyle Turley is a main character in our film, and we liken him to Clint Eastwood. Like Kyle. Some of my friends call me the football player whisperer because guys will end up having conversations with me about stuff and get some kind of emotional. And I was talking to my friend last night, and like Kyle's Clint Eastwood, so Kyle doesn't cry. And so last night we're talking, and my friend's like, yeah, James is like Shaft. He's not gonna cry. You know, like what? So I'm leaving James Harrison's place in Arizona, where he just is staying for 6 weeks to work out where I was with him today. And this is the second time I've hung out with James, and I think that he is an exceptional dude. Today I just saw how hard he works, and oftentimes people, when they look at professional football players, they say a couple of different things. Oh, I would do that for free, and they get to play a game. But if you watch the way these guys train, you would understand that it goes a lot deeper than that. I know that we're in a culture now that everything has to be so immediate, and what I do is over a long period of time. But I think that because the culture is so immediate, it really takes away a lot of the humanity and the essence of a lot of who these guys are. I have to report at the end of this that no, I did not get the lean in shoulder tap, but as I shook his hand, I said, next time I'm gonna get the shoulder tap. But James Harrison is a lot cooler than people who don't know him think he is.